This morning on my email list, I shared a story about how 3 years ago I was struggling to sign one client a month. I was showing up every single day. I was doing everything you're supposed to do to be successful in your online business, but I was not seeing the results that I desired. Now, flash forward to this month in October, I had a surprise $7,000 weekend, and I wanted to talk about how that changed for me. What changed for me to go from struggling to sign one client a month to having a $7,000 weekend in my online business. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Hannah. I'm a business mentor and I have 3 years of experience coaching business. And then before that, I built a digital product business where I was selling educational resources for homeschool families on Etsy and Teachers Pay Teachers. And after that, I did a social media management business where I was able to double my yearly income in 6 months. So I have run businesses in the past, but nothing could have prepared me to run a coaching business. It was a struggle. I had my very first launch 3 years ago and it was successful. I had 5 people join. I had my biggest month yet. I think I made $10,000 in that launch and I was so excited. But then I got to this point where I was floundering. I didn't know how to replicate those results. And I thought, the first time was a success. Every other launch is going to be just like this. But I was so wrong, so naive, and nothing prepared me for the plateau that you experience in your business, for the ups and downs that you experience in your business. And my mindset tanked. I began feeling really insecure. I was doubting everything I was doing. I doubted my previous success, even though I had transformations. And I started to question if this was worth it. I was seeing other people online talking about how successful they were overnight and how easy it is. And it wasn't easy for me. And I wanted to share with you all how I managed to transition from this huge place of lack where I was struggling to sign clients and questioning everything to where I am now, where I am the confident leader that my intuition called me to be. And I'm out here serving dozens and dozens of clients every single month. My signature program, CCB, this Confident Creatrix Blueprint, is selling out every single launch, and it's so exciting. But I wanted to talk about how I got from struggling to where I am today. So go ahead and introduce yourself below. Let me know what your business is. If you have any questions, because I have about 30 minutes in this live stream that I can answer questions for you all. But I wanted to talk about the change because it's October, y'all. It's like October 5th, and that means we already are 5 days into this month, but this month is far from over, and this could be your month to get the success that you've been dreaming of this entire time you've started your business, right? 2023 almost over, but we still have so much time for you to get the results that you've been wanting, that you've been thinking you were going to get this entire time. I'm talking getting clients in your sleep, waking up to Stripe notifications, posting on TikTok and actually getting engagement and actually getting conversions from that. You post a TikTok in the morning and you go live your life and you come back to your phone and you have 5 people DMing you, asking you how you can work with you. You've got some applications for your programs. You've got some people signing into your lower ticket offers. I'm going to talk about how that's possible for you. So first off, you're going to get a lot out of this if you are an online service provider, meaning you're a service provider who does done-for-you services like being a virtual assistant or a social media manager or a podcast manager, sales specialist, anything that provides a service for people. So that's done-for-you services, or a coach, like a health coach, a fitness coach, a mindset coach, a business coach, whoever. As long as you're providing a service from yourself to an individual, that is going to help you in this chat. I do not do digital marketing. I do not do affiliate marketing. I do not do product-based businesses for the most part, even though I started my very first business was a product-based business. I much prefer working with service-based providers. So if that is you, stick around, introduce yourself in the chat. So what was the change that I made to go from struggling to sign one client a month to consistently bringing in 20 leads a week in my business using TikTok. I don't use paid ads. I don't use complex funnels. I use a very simplistic funnel that I've used from day one, and I've replicated and refined to get to where I am today. What else? I don't have people, hey, welcome. I don't have people, like affiliates. I don't have people joining my programs and then they go out and talk about programs. It's all organic through me. So what was the change that I took to go from struggling to sign a client a month to generating 20 leads per week? First of all, I want to say, when I was struggling, I was in this cycle. I was in the cycle of going hard in my actions every single day. Like, I was posting every single day on TikTok for like 7 days straight, and then it just didn't seem like anything was working. So I would pause and I would try to find out what I was doing wrong. I would maybe tweak my messaging, tweak my content, tweak how I'm showing up. And then I would start the cycle over again. After I took a break, I would go back in, go hard, test things, and then, go back in that cycle. So I wasn't 100% consistent, but even when I started taking my consistency seriously, I was still struggling to sign one client a month, a couple of clients a month, and now I'm generating 20 leads per week. So what was that difference? I was still showing up every single day. I was still posting every single day, and there's nothing more frustrating than posting every single day, posting 3 times a day, and still not seeing the results that you desire, right? Like, give me a yes in the chat if you're so frustrated about showing up every single day and you're still not seeing results. Words can't even describe, because I would go on TikTok, I would go on Instagram, on YouTube, and everyone's like, as long as you're showing up every single day, you got this. And it's just not true. It's super important. Well, we'll get into that. So I was showing up, I was posting, I was talking to my audience, I was selling, and I was still struggling. What changed? This is something that you can do literally right now as you're watching this. I shifted my energy. I decided that I can be the person that makes $30,000 in a month. I can be the person who has live streams on TikTok blow up. I can be the person who has her content go viral. I can be the person who posts something and gets applications for my offer from that one post without having to struggle, without having to hustle, without having to do cold DMs, without having to do outreach, none of that. I get to be the person that shows up, puts in the effort, serves her audience, and gets clients from that. Because I had this breaking point. I lost my job at the bank. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Are you interested in starting a business? It's a great time to. I was at this point, I can literally remember the point where I was doom scrolling. I was really low. It was one of the lowest points in my business. I just had asked my fiance if I should go and get a second job, because I was like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to support our family when my client base. There's a dog behind me. When my client base is just not up to par with what it used to be. And that dog scared me. So, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I can literally remember I can pinpoint the time where something shifted in me. Something just clicked. I was doom scrolling. I was hating myself. I was asking my fiance if I should pick up a second job. And I landed on this one particular coach who was talking about making a $30,000 month. And I just snapped. I had this little mini energetic tantrum, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I had a tantrum where I was like, I just don't understand. I'm doing everything she's doing. I'm showing up every single day in my business. I'm serving my clients. My clients have amazing transformations. I'm doing everything right. I'm investing in myself. I'm doing all these things. Why can't I? And then I was just like, holy shit. Why can't I? Why can't I? And that one moment shifted everything for me. I went from being a victim to deciding, no, I fucking can do this. And let me tell you, the energy shift, I can see it right now on screen, me acting like I was in the victim mentality to who I am now. It shifted everything for me. then started showing up every single day with this attitude of, why can't I? Why can't I make $30,000 a month? Why can't I book out my services? Why can't I get clients from just one post on TikTok? Why can't I do any of this? If I see someone talking about how they are celebrating this win in their business, why can't I do that? They could do it. And it came from seeing this coach talk about making $30,000 online, and I'm looking at her video and she only has 300 views. I was like, I'm getting 300 views. Why can't I? Why can't you? Why can't you? Right? Why can't you? So why can't I? I started showing up with this question, why can't I? I started every single day. I refined the 4 steps that I need to do to be that person that makes $30,000 per month. And that started with my 4-step process that I now share in all of my offers. It's 4 steps. It's literally so simplified. You don't have to guess what you should be doing every single day to sign clients. You just take a look at the 4 steps that you're outlined with me as your coach, and you go at it. And usually you can do it in the morning and then put your phone in your house and go live your life, or you can do it in little bursts. You can do a little bit in the morning, a little bit in the afternoon, a little bit in the evening. It's life-changing. Especially when you show up in the energy of like, why can't I? I know that showing up and doing these 4 tasks are going to make me money. So why can't I? Why can't I? So that question, why can't I, really helped me shift my energy. And then I asked myself every single day, especially when I thought about giving up, especially when I didn't want to show up, I asked myself, how would I act? How would I act differently if I knew someone was about to jump into my offer today? How would I act differently if I knew someone was about to jump into my offer today? Because before, when I was in this lack mentality, I was thinking like, oh, no one even cares about me. No one's interacting with my lives. No one's interacting with my posts. No one's filling out my applications for my offer. No one's DMing me. I felt like my audience was 0, even though I had people watching, even though I had people engaging on my stuff. It just wasn't compared to the other people who had hundreds of people. Okay. This is the problem with filming in the middle of the woods. People come around you. The difference here was that the people that were, having hundreds of comments, I was comparing myself to them, but I still had comments, I still had likes, I still had people sharing and saving my content. So instead of treating like coming from a place of lack, right? Like, oh, I only have 200 views. I'm locked in this 200 view jail cell by TikTok. The algorithm hates me. No one cares what I have to say. Instead of coming from that point of view, I started showing up with, what if someone was about to jump in my offer today? How would I act? And because I had this imaginary, likely not imaginary person that I was talking to in all my pieces of content, that every single day they were motivating me to show up because I was here to serve them. My offer is so fucking good that I know it will change someone's life, right? And so when I started acting like that, when I started showing up and started believing that people believed that too, that not only did I believe that, but people saw that in my offers, in my content, everything shifted for me. I started showing up consistently. I started posting on TikTok more frequently. I don't think I've missed a TikTok posting on TikTok at least for 90 days. I've been going 3 times a day, probably for the last 90 days, maybe more than that. Same with Instagram. Sometimes I'm like, oh, well, I posted on TikTok, that's good enough. Sure, it is good enough, but I could be doing more, because what if that one person who's just about to jump into my offer is on Instagram? And that literally happened when I made my $7,000 weekend. It was from people from Instagram, not from TikTok. Not saying you can't get those from TikTok, but you can. But they were on Instagram, and they only jumped into my offer because I decided to take that initiative and show up and talk about my offer and serve my community there. Right? So if you asked yourself, what if, how would you act if you knew someone was about to jump into your offer today? Would you be sitting here doom scrolling at TikTok? Would you be laying on the couch? Would you be skipping your habits? Would you be doubting yourself? Would you be, right? Like what would you be doing? You wouldn't be doing that. You'd be showing up. You would be showing up. It's literally changed the way I showed up, because before, my ego would be like, yeah, no one cares about you, Anna. No one cares about you. No one's listening. No one's commenting. Doesn't matter if you show up today because no one showed up yesterday, right? But once you start acting, this is how you co-create with your intuition. Once you start co-creating with your intuition, trusting in yourself, building that confidence, and acting like the person who are about to jump into your program is just sitting there on the other side of the screen waiting for you to extend that invitation to them, everything changes, right? So I started making this shift. I went from this victim mentality of nothing's working for me, like how come they have it and I don't, and I show up and nothing happens because of it. And I shifted into this more confident, soul embodied energy of, no, I can do this. If they can do it, so can I. I'm going to show up every single day and serve the person or people that are watching my content, the small handful of people that are liking every single video that I'm posting. I'm showing up for them, and I'm going to help them, because that is why I became a coach. I could have stayed a social media manager. I doubled my yearly income as a social media manager. I could have kept doing that. But instead, I decided to start coaching because I had people asking me how I did that. How was I able to generate literally double my income, my annual income, doing social media management? How was I able to find clients? How was I able to do this? How was I able to do that? People were asking me. And so I phased out my done for you services and I started coaching. I didn't have to do that, right? But I had lost my why. I started off that successful first launch of making 10K, and I didn't know how to replicate that because I had to reinvent the wheel. I felt like I had to somehow communicate that I'm good, because I was so far detached from my success as my done for you services. And I had to figure that out. But I got in that little lack mentality of like, no one cares about me, no one's showing up, whatever, to the confident reality of, why am I a coach? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why did I even create this container? Why did I create this offer? I created it because it's gold. I created it because it's helped my clients have a huge transformation. I created it because I know there are people out there right now struggling with the same things I was struggling with, and they need my help because they had a dream and they want to be where I am. So once I started shifting this, once I shifted from the lack mentality to the thank you. That's a good pickup line. Once I shifted from the lack mentality to the confident, embodied mentality of like, yes, I'm here to serve, things started trickling in. My videos didn't really change. Like, I still was getting 200 to 500 views on my videos, and I was still getting the same amount of engagement, but now I was getting DMs. Now I was getting people filling out my application. Now I was getting people reaching out and asking me how they could work with me. And what changed wasn't my strategy. I was still showing up every single day. I was still creating content. I was still telling my story. I was still sending emails, still doing all the actions that were quote unquote right, quote unquote correct. I had coaches telling me, yeah, you're doing everything right, but I wasn't seeing the success. The thing that was missing was my energy. So inside of the Confident Creatrix Blueprint, my 3-month program, you not only get the strategy, because I know strategy is hard for a lot of people. You learn how to clarify your messaging, aka your content and your sales page, and how you show up, how you're communicating about your offers. You learn how to clarify that so it's super crystal clear. It's easy to talk about. You don't feel like you're reading off a script every single time you talk about your offers or how you help people move through a transformation. You learn how to clarify your messaging. You learn how to create a brand that's recognizable across all different platforms and that helps you stand out because you're co-creating with your intuition. The sun's directly in my face now. You also learn my marketing strategy. I show up 3 times a day on TikTok. Maybe that's not right for you. Maybe what you want to do is utilize Instagram, or you could be like my client Kat, who She actually is doing in-person marketing. She just got a deal with a local college where she is going to be going in as a life coach, as a mindset coach, and helping her counselors in training, helping the counselors in training manage burnout and manage overwhelm. So she's going to be doing live trainings for them. And as a result, she's getting this base of people who are going to build trust and they're going to want to work with her. And she's going to get one-on-one clients from that. So you could be in person, you could be on Instagram, you could be on TikTok, you can be on Facebook, you can be on Threads, Pinterest, YouTube, wherever you want to be. But you're going to figure out my marketing strategy that's going to help you convert clients in your sleep. That's going to help you sign clients with one piece of content. That's going to help you show up and actually feel like you're making progress in your business and you're getting results. So you're going to learn how to clarify your message. You're going to learn how to market. You're going to learn my sales strategy. You're going to learn literally the entire blueprint. That is my business, and that has helped dozens of my clients succeed as well. Dozens and dozens. You're going to learn all of that in 3 months in the Confident Creatrix Blueprint. We start on October 9th, and it is the place to be because, like I said, you not only learn the strategy, everything that I just talked about, but you also learn how to use your limiting beliefs to speed up your growth. Now, a lot of coaches talk about using your limiting beliefs and squashing them. Identifying your limiting beliefs and, preventing them from doing any harm to you, or, wiping the slate clean, or healing your limiting beliefs. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to help you learn how to use your limiting beliefs to grow even more. How cool is that? Because once you have a limiting belief, that's actually an opportunity for you to get even closer to your intuition. And in that process, that's how quantum leaps happen. Yeah, I never understood this until it happened to me. People always like, oh yeah, you can quantum leap in overnight. You can do whatever you want overnight. I never get that. I never understood how that is possible until I learned how you can use your limiting beliefs to speed up your growth. So cool. So that's the Confident Creatrix Blueprint. We start on October 9th. What you get inside is you have a weekly module that's pre-recorded and sent to your inbox that you can work on in your own time. And there's resources that are involved as well, like worksheets and workbooks and all of that. So you get a module each week to work on with the resources, and then you have unlimited access to me via Voxer, where you can send voice chats with me or pictures or text messages and ask for feedback, ask questions, get clarity. A lot of courses just give you all the information, but there's no space for you to ask questions. And what if it's not working for you? I'm not going to just let you fail, right? I'm going to be there literally helping you workshop this, helping you figure out if this is the right course of action for you. So you're going to have the weekly modules, unlimited Voxer VIP access to me. So you have Voxer chat unlimited. Ask me as many questions as you want for the entire 3-month program. And then on top of that, this is the best part. On top of that, you have 2 one-on-one sessions with me, 1-hour one-on-one sessions where we will sit down and we will comb through what you're currently doing. If it's working, if it's not working, what tweaks we should make. If it is working, how can we scale that to give you even more results? It's like the perfect program designed to get you results, because it took me 3 years to figure this out. 3 years to figure this blueprint out. And I tested it. I had trial and error. I figured it out. It works for me. And then I brought my clients through it. This is the 4th iteration of this program, Confident Creatrix Blueprint. This is the 4th time I've run this. I've had dozens and dozens of clients run through it, and they've gotten transformations just like me. So if you're interested, we start on October 9th. The next thing you need to do is go to the top of my page and apply for it. It's a really quick application. I just ask for your name and your business and where you currently are, basically. And once you apply, I will personally review your application, and within 24 hours, you'll know if you're in the program or not. The reason why we have an application is because I want to make sure this is the best fit for you. I'm not going to accept someone into the program that I don't think I can get results. I'm going to direct you somewhere else because I want you to get results. But I want to be 100% positive that this is the place for you to be to get your goals achieved. So you're going to apply. You're going to go to the top of my page. You're going to apply for CCB. I'm going to review your application personally. Then I will send you a little invite if it's the right fit for you or not. And then immediately after you're accepted into the program, I will send you the first module for you to dive right in, because I don't want you to have to wait to get these results. I want you to be able to get these results immediately. So if this sounds like the right fit for you, if you're like, this is what I need, Hannah, I need clarity on how to sign clients into my online service provider business. I need to know how to make my content convert on a higher level. Every single time I post on TikTok, I want it to be doing the work for me so that I don't have to show up. I don't have to cold DM. I don't have to do ads. I don't have to do anything crazy or complicated. I want to be able to just post and have the confidence that someone's going to jump into my offer. So if you're ready for that, if you're ready to have your content actually start converting and actually doing the work, and you log into your TikTok and you have 99 plus notifications and you've got a million DMs asking how to work with you and you're waking up to Stripe notifications, if you're ready for that, go to the top of my page, apply for CCB, and I will see you inside. We start officially on Monday, but when you apply earlier, you're actually going to get access immediately to the first module. So thank you all. Thanks for the comments. Let's see. On the pickup lines, I like it. I'm gonna make sure I answered everyone's questions. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. But I only have 5 minutes left, so we don't have much time. If you don't already follow me, make sure you follow me. And if you have a question and I didn't have time to answer it, you can just send me a DM on TikTok and I'll make you a video. That's what I'm telling you. I'm here to serve. I want you to be successful. All right. Thank you for all the love. I'll see you next time. Bye.